All right, hey guys, I'm Gabby Wallace, and this is a Go Natural English lesson for English learners to improve your language skills. I got a great question from one of my YouTube viewers, and the question is, could you please help us with the difference between going to and will? So sure, I'd be happy to help. I'm going to show you the different ways that we use going to and will in English grammar, and I'll give you as many examples as I can think of right now, okay? So I want to start off by saying that sometimes we can use going to or will in the same sentence. Now the difference, the way that you know which one is best, depends on what you want to say. So sometimes your sentence could be grammatically correct, but the meaning is not what you truly want to express. That's why behind me on the board, I've prepared some different situations or reasons why you would use will or going to. So let's take a look. Will, you would use it for a plan. For example, something you're dreaming of doing, something that you would want to do someday. For example, someday I will travel the world. Now, just a note, we rarely say, I will travel the world. We would contract I and will into I'll. So I would say, I'll travel the world someday. Or you might say, I'll be a professor someday. I'll be a doctor someday. I'll be a lawyer someday. This is a dream, okay? I'll get married. I'll have a family. These are all future dreams that a young person might say. For example, you can also use will when you promise something. I promise I'll help you. I promise I'll send you more information. I don't have to say I promise, but the idea is that I'm promising you something. So I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll tell you a secret. It's something that you promise to do, okay? For the future, well, obviously, you know that both will and going to are both expressing the future, but what I mean here is that will is typically, not always, but sometimes it's talking about the more distant future. Like I was saying, talking about dreams, those dreams like I'll be a lawyer, that's not something that's going to happen tomorrow. That's a distant dream. It's something that's happening farther in the future, okay? A request. Will you leave a comment, please? Will you leave a like on this video? Yeah, great. I would love that. So I could say, will you or would you? Those would both be appropriate in this situation. Will you is a little bit more direct. So will you please subscribe to the Go Natural English channel? I would love that so that you can get more information and get updates when I put new videos up like this one. A fact. So for example, the President of the United States will serve for 4 years. That is a fact, okay? I will, what can I say? I will graduate from college next year. Okay, that's not true. I already graduated a long time ago, but you might say this if you're a student. It's a fact. I mean, you might say, well, what if I don't pass my classes and what if I don't pass and I don't graduate? Oh, okay. But we can assume that you will. So let's assume and let's pretend that this is a fact. You will definitely graduate, okay? So for facts that occur in the future, use will. You can also use will upon deciding. So let's say I offer you some, I don't know, let's say some chocolate. Oh, would you like some chocolate? You say, sure, I'll try one. Okay? So you just decided that you'll try the chocolate. Also, for help or volunteering, you would say, I'll help you. Okay, let's say I'm trying to carry some heavy boxes and you come over and you say, wait, Gabby, stop, I'll help you. Okay, so that's a great use of will. I hope those examples were helpful for will. Let's take a look at going to and how it might be a little bit different. Going to is more definite. So in opposition to will, or opposite of will, will is more for dreams, for future plans. Going to is a little more definite. So for example, I am going to post this video on YouTube. So that's my plan. It's pretty definite. Of course, you can use these a little bit interchangeably here. I could also say I will post this video on YouTube, but look at the feeling. I will post this video on YouTube is more of a promise. I am committing to do that. If I say I'm going to post this video on YouTube, the feeling is I'm just talking about the things that I'm going to do. That's just my schedule. It doesn't have the feeling of promise or commitment. You can feel the difference now, maybe? Going to is more immediate, so posting this video on YouTube is a good example because I'll do this tomorrow, okay? It's not something that I'm dreaming of doing 10 years from now. Can you imagine if I waited that long to post this video online? So going to is more immediate. It's for today, tomorrow, the weekend, later this week, okay? It's soon, as I wrote here, something that's not in the distant future. Of course, I could say, for example, I'm going to be president someday. Okay, so I don't mean to be confusing because I just said you would say I will be president someday. But look, I will be president someday is more of a dream feeling. I'm going to be president someday sounds to me a little bit more determined. It's a little bit more real. Like I would say, ooh, you're going to be president someday. Well, tell me about that. That sounds like you've got a plan. Anticipation. Are you going to help me? Are you going to help me? Are you going to leave a comment? Are you going to subscribe to my channel, Go Natural English? This kind of a question is a little bit different than will you leave a comment? Will you leave a comment is more of a request. Are you going to shows that I'm hoping or anticipating that you are going to leave a comment, that you will leave a comment. Again, you can use them interchangeably. But it's the feeling that changes if I use going to, all right? The basic meaning is similar, but the feeling changes. Request versus anticipation. Anticipation means that I'm waiting for you to leave a comment on this video. Last of all, prediction. I look outside the window, it's cloudy, it's dark, I say, it's going to rain. That's a prediction. So that is definitely a way that I would use going to and not will. If I said, oh, I'm looking out there, it looks cloudy, it will rain, or it'll rain. It sounds a little bit strange to me. It's not horribly inaccurate or grammatically wrong, but I would normally, naturally, commonly in real native English say it's going to rain. All right? I really hope these examples clarified this issue between will and going to, but please, again, I hope you're going to leave a comment or a question if anything was not clear. So thank you so much for watching, and if you would like more learning with me, come to gonaturalenglish.com and check out my course ESL Troubleshooting. It's a big course that basically has everything that you need to know about learning English. It's really focused on those challenging spots like going to and will, and I've included so many different points that commonly come up as challenges for English learners in that course. So you have video lessons, you have quizzes, you have summaries, you have worksheets. So really it's worth taking a look, and if you think it's right for you, well then I hope to see you there, and I hope you will try it out. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.